This tutorial is going to cover three areas. It's going to cover logging into Data Sentinel. It's going to cover navigating within Data Sentinel, and it's going to cover some basic search capability within Data Sentinel. So let's begin with the login. The login is pretty straightforward and basic. It requires a username, password, and domain. The domain here is going to be none because I'm on a local machine, but normally you would fill in the domain as well. So let's go ahead and put in the password. Hit enter. And Data Sentinel loads. And the nice thing about it, when Data Sentinel loads, it remembers the last project that you were in. And so when you log in the second time, the next day for example, it remembers that and automatically loads that particular project. That saves you from having to navigate to that project every time you log into Data Sentinel. Now, for the sake of demonstration purposes, I'm going to hit the reset button so that no projects are active or selected. The easiest way to navigate within Data Sentinel is to use the Project Explorer over here on the far right. Normally it's going to list dozens of projects, but for this particular machine, the only thing on here is the demo project. So go ahead and we'll select the demo project folder. Once you do that, all the group folders within that project are listed. We'll select the leading edge group, and then in the leading edge group, there's only two folders available, and we'll select the design data folder. And it displays all the information in the database for that particular folder. And we'll hit reset one more time. Another common way that users will search or navigate Data Sentinel is to use the drop-down boxes on top. The first drop-down box is the project drop-down. Select the drop-down. A list of all the projects would be available. In this case, only the demo project is available. After you do that, you slide over, you select the group drop-down. Here listing all the groups available in this particular project. We'll select the leading edge. And then you go lastly to the folder drop-down, and we'll select design data. And Data Sentinel loads it. You can see it's pretty quick at loading information from the database. It allows you to browse through different projects pretty quickly. You'll also notice that there's only three levels, a project level, a group level, and a folder level. And that was intentional. We didn't want data to get buried 12 or 13 folders deep, as is often the case in Windows. And we found that three folders, or three levels for the data was sufficient to organize large projects. And so that's why we did that. Let's go ahead and cover some search functionality within Data Sentinel. The first search thing we're going to cover is the upper left corner of Data Sentinel near the File button is a pair of binoculars and a box. In that box, you can select or type in any text you want to search for. And this is going to search the name column in the project window. So let's say we want to search for maybe spreadsheets, and we know they all end with XLS, obviously. So we type in XLS. Data Sentinel will filter the data and display only those files that have the letters XLS in the name column. There's another way to search. We'll go ahead and hit reload to reset that. You can also right-click any of these headers in the project window and search that particular header. For example, let's right-click the name header. A pop-up appears. We'll select that pop-up, and a little search box shows itself. So here we'll type in, let's say another, we'll type in doc. And there are two files that have the letters DOC in the name field. We'll hit reload. Let's say we want to search the description column. Right click the description column, select the pop-up, and we'll type in rib assembly. And we'll see what happens. And we get four files that have the word rib assembly in the description field. We'll go ahead and hit reload. Let's scroll over a little bit, and we'll right-click the username column, and we'll select the pop-up. And inside the search box, we will, I don't know, we'll see if I have anything checked out. And yes, I do. I have all these files checked out currently. And this is an easy way to search for files that particular users have currently checked out and that they're working on. So you can see it's pretty easy to search. You can search for other columns in here, like the status column. You can search for all the released files. You can search for all files that are locked. You can search for all files that are in work. There's all kinds of options for searching. I've just shown a few of the basics, but it's a pretty easy and straightforward process, and pretty efficient too.